Well, Joseph, do you want to start out by introducing your band with you?
Yeah, this is Mr. Rennie Lopez on bass guitar. And Mr. Bill Dobrow on percussion.
So you've got a new album that's out now. It's called the Ballad of Boogie Christ.
Yeah.
And that name got my attention. Is it a concept album, would you say?
Yeah, I think it's somewhat of a concept album. I have a character in mind that I framed all the songs around, which kind of gave me a narrative to work off of, which was, I think, sort of loosely based on somebody who's either insane or enlightened, and maybe like oscillates between the both of those states.
Anyone from your own life?
Yeah, it's loosely autobiographical. Depends on who you'd ask.
Do you have a favorite song on the album?
Well, let's see. That's a good question. Maybe I Miss the Zoo is one that gets a lot of attention. And Saint of Impossible Causes is another one that's been getting a lot of attention.
So you had it was a Pledge Music campaign, right? That helped get the album made.
Yeah.
How did that come about? And you want to kind of explain what that is?
Yeah, well, that's basically crowdfunding. It's Kickstarter or Pledge, and there's a few of them. But basically, you go to your fan base and you ask for help in funding the record. But yeah, it's something I resisted for a long time, just from pride or not wanting to sort of ask for help. But you know, in the end, I think it just galvanizes your base around what you're doing. It sort of helps promote what you're doing, and you end up getting creative with what you're offering for the funding, you know. So through Pledge, we launched a live album, a DVD, a poetry book. So it actually was like really fertile fodder for new creative outlets. So I would do it again.
So you, I read that when you're done making an album, you're already kind of thinking towards the next one. And do you have another album in mind right now? Have you already started work on it?
Yeah.
Is it different? Is it going to be a concept again?
Yeah, it's totally different, and it is a concept album again. But it's written entirely on the piano. So I got this 1912 piano, Steinway Vertigrand piano. Which was in one family, and it came into my place, and I just wrote a bunch of songs on it. It's a beautiful thing.
I saw that you're playing Jay Leno later this month, the 21st, correct?
21st,
yeah. So have you done what's it like to be on TV like that?
Yeah, I've never done the Tonight Show before. I've done Letterman a few times and all the other ones, but not.
Is it like a sterile environment when you're there, or are you able to feel comfortable?
No. It's because it's a lot of energy geared towards this one really small time frame where everything has to be amazing, and of course then everything's magnetized, so when you're in that moment, every little thing seems like it's going horribly wrong, you know, kind of like right now.
You're doing great.
So yeah, and then you know, it's like this, you know, you go through it, and it's almost like, I don't know, it's probably a lot like, you know, that thing on Star Trek when they're all of a sudden beamed to another place. I bet it's a lot like that, you know, because all of a sudden you're beamed to, oh, we already did that, and we're watching it now, and it's weird, and why aren't more people calling to congratulate me afterwards? It oscillates between different varieties of neurosis, basically, you know, and then you move on and whatever. Mitch Hedberg has a great joke about being on The Tonight Show and how they would intro him with, you might have seen this next comedian on The Tonight Show or on David Letterman. And he's like, where are all these people? I think it's better to say, you might have seen this next comedian at the grocery store. It's a little like that, too.
I love Mitch Hedberg.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah. Well, how tall are you?
6'5".
6'. You're gonna like step on Jay Leno, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's my plan. Yeah, I always wanted to be a professional basketball player, but my dad said I would never be tall enough. So I think I grew in spite of that.
Do people ask you if you play basketball a lot?
They do, and they ask me if I can dunk, and usually I lie and say that I can.
I won't ask that then. Well, let's get back to music. Let's hear some more. We're playing a show tonight in Seattle at the Triple Door. The new album is out now, The Ballad of Boogie Christ. Give it up again for Joseph Arthur.